Welcome to Behind the Dub, your podcast show where I interview voice actors about their experiences and time in the industry. It certainly has been a long time since I did an episode, and whilst I don't wish to go into details, I will say that I deeply appreciate everyone who has reached out to me and supported me over the last year or so. So, getting to the subject of today's episode. Digimon Ghost Game first aired in October 2021 and finished airing in Japan in 2023. And I loved it. Now, whilst I have some issues with its overall pacing, I do wish more attention had been paid to the greater overall story, other than seemingly squishing it into the last 3 episodes, I still think it's a fun season of the Digimon. It gave us all the big fluffy bunny Angoramon, and the first Digimon in years to potentially knock my favourite Digimon, Guilmon, from his perch. Gamamon. He's so cute!
Hiro.
Not too long after the finale aired in 2023, there was mention that Ghost Game was being dubbed, which was great news. But then we heard nothing. Until recently, the BBC's iPlayer suddenly had a listing for Ghost Game and people realised that this must be an English dub. There were folks who were hoping for a proper BBC dub, complete with English accents like they had done for Invader Girl Lum back in 2000.
Base to Raid Leader. Come in, Raid Leader. What's happening up there? Over.
Hard to tell, Base. There's an enormous jelly bean over my eyes.
Are you telling me I've got to fight an alien invader?
Honestly, go look up the 2 episodes they dubbed. They are terrifyingly English.
Ooh, look at Mrs. Babadoshes!
There's a spaceship hovering over it. Oh yeah, and would you look at the state of their neck curtains as well?
But of course, no, this was the American dub we had heard about those years ago, finally released all at once on the BBC. I think this dub cast are extremely solid and they fit very well into their characters. They very clearly had a bunch of fun doing this dub. So I decided to reach out to Hiro's voice actor, Greg Vinciguerra, to have a chat about the dub. And I am so happy that he agreed. I think the first question I've got to ask is, how the heck did you end up in this industry?
Well, the easy answer is I just kind of roll out of bed and sound 10. And I think there's like 3 guys total in history who can say that they've done that. Like, you ever heard of Walter Tetley?
Walter does sound very familiar.
He was the original actor for Sherman from the Mr. Peabody and Sherman shorts.
Oh,
I think it was
okay.
called Peabody's Improbable History. So he lived to be 60. I don't think his voice ever dropped either.
Wow.
But the more realistic answer, because like some people can just sound a certain way, have a unique voice, and it's like, okay, cool, but you're more suited to be part of HR, but it's yeah, I've always been able to do a really good cold read. And you just look at a word, goes by really fast, and since it goes by really fast, since I'm so good at just straight up cold reading, not so good at speaking off the cuff, as you're aware. I lots of ums, lots of uhs, just one of those perks of being neurodivergent. But if you put something in front of me, even if it's like really, really boring, I'll be able to read it and it'll sound believable. It led me to really enjoy playing, those indie games and those old RPGs before voice acting started to be a staple in the games industry. I just go to town.
Oh, that's yes. Because as I said, I do lots of ums and ahs. Anyone who's listened to my voice will know this. But give me a script, and I'm happy. I am very, very happy. And it's
why I've always been a fan of James Earl Jones. He had a really profound stutter, and still he was Darth Vader. He was Mufasa. Like, he made it work.
Who are perhaps the voice acting industry's most profound character voices, and as you said, the man had a stutter, and no one would know it from hearing Mufasa or Darth Vader. It is quite amazing.
Much easier to see things written down, and honestly, sometimes when I'm talking, I'll just write down entire sentences of points I'd like to make, just so I can be really sure that I say all of it exactly the way I intend to say it.
Yeah, that is sometimes the best way to do it. I'll just put the little key points down. And as it said, how long have you been doing this?
Formally, I've been voice acting since 2020. Not because of COVID. I actually got repped by CESD in 2020 before everything shut down. So I had maybe 2 weeks, and then they were all, "Oh yeah, our booths in here. Yeah, we are closing those down because there's this pandemic. So everybody has to record remotely." So I was like, "Well, okay, time to get a remote set up," and that was a trip. But I think I'm happy with the remote setup I have now after 5 years. I didn't start booking really till 2022 though. So there was a lot of throwing spaghetti at the wall waiting for stuff to stick. But before then, basically my whole life, I've been doing weird cold reads just on an informal basis, mostly just me by myself with very old video games. So I've had a lot of practice, but I haven't had the street cred. And I'm sure a lot of people are the same.
So you've only been doing it for a couple of years, and I thought it might have been slightly longer. Were you a theatre kid then?
I was a choir kid, actually.
A choir
And it's a
kid?
funny story. Yeah. I got drafted in middle school. And I was drafted into choir in middle school by like two of the tallest girls in the entire grade. So like imagine basketball girls. Like one of them was the new kid, and they were like, "Okay, well this guy doesn't really have a lot of friends. Let's go have him show her around." And she was really nice, thankfully. She was huge, but she was really nice, and we're still in contact actually. But her and another friend who was particularly tall was like, "Okay, we gotta get you in choir because our choir director is completely ridiculous. Like the kind of guy who treated it like a sport, not like a choir. So all we do is win a bunch of trophies, and that was great. So choir veteran here, make a very good tenor. Sometimes I've had to sing alto, but USC actually drafted me for choir before the pandemic or around the pandemic. They were just opening up, but I got sick too much to be able to stick with it. That was kind of fun though.
Oh wow! I did
So
choir, but that was a long time ago.
yeah, singer first. I got addicted. Like just the fact that they took it so seriously and treated us like professionals, that made me want to do it. And never in my life would I have guessed, yeah, you're gonna be a choir guy. Okay, cool. I just be like, yeah, cool story, bro. But yeah, that happened.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, because you think like you said,
Hero sings, right? Right.
yes, thank you. I was just gonna say, Hiro sings at one point in Ghost Game.
Right. I watched actually the whole thing in Japanese first. And when there was a musical episode, I was like, please, please, please let Hiro sing. I want to show off. And well, Hiro sings. And I am so grateful to whoever put that on the internet. If you ask me my favorite part of recording Ghost Game, all the way back in episode 6.
What is this? Are you singing or torturing me?
Wow, Miss Jellymon, this is beyond awful.
I can't stand this much
I've been a fan of Digimon for many years now, and so when I found that Ghost Game started, this was back in 2021. I just got sucked in. I absolutely enjoyed the characters. Gamamon is pretty much my favorite Digimon, second only to Guilmon, voiced by the great Steve Bloom.
Oh, I've seen a little bit of Tamers.
And so
Like,
yeah.
come on.
Yes, and so yeah, Gamamon really snuck his way to my heart. And when one of the things that I was sort of like, oh, if they ever do a dub, they've got to nail Gamamon. And I think you got so lucky because you got a Deneen Melody as Gamamon.
Oh, Janine's amazing.
Yeah, she's so good, and I think you're absolutely just bang on what I was hoping for with Hiro, and that makes me so happy. And so the thing which surprised me the most about the Double Ghost game is that we heard about it roughly back in 2023, and so one of the questions I wanted to ask you was that when you recorded it?
Well, it's when we recorded parts of it.
Ah,
Like, I've been sitting around just saying, yeah, I'm in this thing. I call it the big one. It is the big one. It is big. And that is all I can say about it.
and you had to do it for like 2 years.
Oh, I had to do it for a very long time.
No, oh my goodness. And then
And
suddenly,
that's what this job is. You hear about exciting stuff. You have a ton of amazing experiences. You learn so much from so many cool people. And there's never any guarantee you can talk about it.
because that must be the most frustrating thing, especially when you've done it and you're just waiting for it to be announced or come out, and you're like, but I want to talk about it now.
Oh, I learned to be very patient. So for me, it's just a matter of, I think the most important thing I learned about voice acting first, before anything else, like even way back in the beginning, was you send it and you forget it. Just like wipe it from your brain, onto the next thing. Because there's never guarantees when you're auditioning. The chances of you getting a part, the odds, if you were betting on horses, that would be this. Don't. That is, it's a bet. So you send it out into the universe, you wish it well, and then you on to the next thing.
Oh,
So it's not too bad to sit on something. I mean, again, I'm lucky everything that I've ever been in seems to have gotten released. I know that's not true for everybody.
so did you do Ghost Game part remote, part in studio, or was it all in studio?
Oh no, that was all in studio, which I always like going in studio because I'm I'm so neurodivergent. I can only handle maybe one or two jobs at once.
Hmm.
So self-directing and acting is a pretty full plate for me. But anything involving audio engineering is a little over my head. So if anybody who, like, I love audio engineers. They are the best, and I'm always sure to figure out their names and thank them every time in the booth because they just they have such an important job and they don't get enough credit for what they do.
That's absolutely true. And so you were spending, I'm guessing, many, many hours in the booth making all the funny noises, as they say.
Oh yeah.
What would you say out of all of Ghost Game? What was the weirdest bit for you?
Hmm. Well, a lot of the latter episodes had some very strange monsters of the week. There is an episode about a creepy plant that scarred a lot of people for life.
Yep.
Now, just as a heads up, Oleamon is, well, she is something. There's going to be a hashtag about her someday. All right.
Is it just character work you've done, or have you done some voice over work? Have you done like commercial work?
Oh, mostly character work. I think the furthest departure has got to be there was an audiobook where I played two brothers. One was 5 and one was 12. It's called Tryouts. It's really good. And it was about this girl who plays baseball, and they let me sing in that one too. And I think I turned out a lot better than Hiro.
Because the reason why I ask, because the voiceover work I've done now has mostly been sort of, shall I say, more corporate commercial work, and I know you kind of need to sort of draw on a different your different voices, your how do you say, because you have to approach the scripts in different ways when it's a character, because you have to embody the character. When you're just doing a voiceover, when you're just reading, I find that I have to be like, oh, nice and responsible, formal British voice, and such, and that's why I was wondering if you ever done any commercial work, like have you like voiced a toy commercial or something? Because I think that's something I can completely picture you doing.
Trick is, it's kind of hard to break into that because a lot of people want real children, and I don't sound like an adult at all. So Hey, if somebody wants to put me in a toy commercial, fantastic. I would love that. I actually like the idea of commercials. I know Toyota's out of reach, but they are my favorite cars. Back in my choir days, I used to warm up to "Buy a Toyota," and it was actually the director who did that. So
Oh, wow.
product placement's been a very, very a central staple of my childhood.
So, did you so where
Like, I don't
yeah.
sound old enough to drive, but hey, Toyota, you know where to find me.
Uh, um, yeah. See, I definitely sound old enough to drive, but I can't.
Oh, I love driving.
You're so lucky. So lucky. I wish I knew how to drive. The because I also you're talking about vocal warm ups. Do you do that
Mhm.
for everything? Whenever you're going into the booth, do you warm up in the booth?
Oh, I warm up before I get in the booth. Like on the car over. That's another reason I like being in studio is like hop in the car, warm up in the car, I'm ready to go.
You're doing a bit of car karaoke then.
And a lot of it was a lot of my warm ups during Digimon was just screaming, Gamamon! Or just Gamamon, 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 what did you do?
Someone pulls up next to you, the lights. What is he shouting about?
Really easy word to swallow.
Oh,
Digital, 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 digital,
digital.
digital, digital, digital.
I find it difficult sometimes when I'm reading the script and I just keep tripping over the same line again and again and again, and I'm like, oh, and I'd feel the pressure so much if I'm stood in the booth and I'm seeing the engineers and the director staring at me, and I'm like, sorry guys, I'll try again.
Well, the engineers and directors are all on the same team as you. It's not an antagonistic relationship. They're all here to support each other. And Laura did a really good job with handling everything. She is super into anime, super into games. I hope she gets a lot more anime to work with because her attention to detail and just all the hard work she put into this one.
I
Chef's kiss, A plus, no notes.
I would love to get Laura in and speak to her about her work on this show, because I said Digimon's one of my favorite things, and so as I said, I was inspired by the dub coming out, and I'm like, right, I'm going to jump on this, and I want to speak to you, and I'm still so jazzed that I'm speaking to you right now.
Amazing.
And were you the question I do want to ask actually is, have you been a fan of Digimon before getting the role as Hero?
Oh yeah. Like I know. Gilmon, I am aware that Gilmon used to be Takato's fan character.
Yes.
I think it fell off around Digimon Frontier.
I started getting into Digimon around Tamers. And so, like, so obviously Guilmon's ingrained on my soul. And so, yeah, I've always kind of been a fan ever since. But the only other sort of show that Digimon show that I got really into was Ghost Game. And I really like the cast of characters. And I think your castmates are just delightful. You got Sean, Chiplock, you got Timmy
Love him.
Melody.
He's awesome. Every time I heard Kyoshiro talking, I knew I was in for a treat.
And Kat Pratano. You got, she was Ruli. Was she really?
Yes, she was.
Yes.
She was awesome.
And yeah, you've got such a fantastic. It's a very strong cast, and I can tell just from your performances that all of you absolutely must have enjoyed being in that booth every single minute.
Again, the people I was recording with really made like they brought it up to the next level. Like Laura's really easy to work with, Roop was really easy to work with, Calvin and everybody else, everybody involved there, just fantastic. When you have a good team, then I want to say like something about synergy, but I think that's too much business jargon. Like
The
but
synergy, the connection.
production even better than individual good actors ever could.
Did you
Because
have
a lot of times
much?
it's all about how how's your team? Does it work well together? Does everybody support each other and lift
Mm.
each other up? That's what makes a show great. Because sometimes you can tell. You can tell when they really love the source material. You can tell when they love their castmates.
And it absolutely it shines through. The characters the characters are so strong, and the voice work is so strong. Did you get much chance to ad lib anything in the studio? Would you like? Could I say this instead?
I have done that a couple of times. I'm kind of newer to it, so improv isn't something that I just pull out of my sleeve all the time, especially because you're feeling around wondering, okay, what am I allowed to do? What am I not allowed to do? But sometimes it's worked out. Sometimes it's like, okay, well, as written is stronger, so we'll go with that.
Because were you? I'm guessing you were doing it synced up with the footage in the booth.
Yes.
You got the 3 beeps.
Oh no, we got a thing called a rhythmo band. So
Oh.
you know how at the bottom of news anchor shows you see a little band with the news story while the guy's talking and saying something different?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, our NASDAQ stock prices are up by 7%. It's a good time to sell. So that's how a lot of dubbing's done right now, is they have a little band. I have done the beeps before. It's just been a while.
Because some of the folks I've talked to, they talk about where it's just like it's 1, 2, 3, and in, and then you
Like Mario Kart.
yeah, pretty much. Just no blue shells.
I was always good with the beeps. I can't speak for other voice actors who don't have a strong music background.
But you say that because the bar along the bottom, it just screams to me again, karaoke session.
Yes. Sometimes the bar at the bottom, like you get more looking at the picture instead of the bar. So once you get a hold of the chunk, you don't even have to read it. You just go at it. And kind of reminds me of playing the piano, actually. Because ultimately the goal is to just be able to do it without relying too heavily on the sheet music as a crutch.
It's just muscle memory at that point, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah. And granted, we don't have so long to memorize little chunks of dialogue as we do to memorize piano pieces, but that's how you get that stuff. Sometimes you'll get something like screaming pain, and that's all it says. So then you're gonna want to match to the picture rather than the word pain.
Oh goodness! To me, that this seems so wild. Where you just have pain. My favorite episodes of Ghost Game. I think it goes without saying that episode 13, Executioner.
So cool. Like if you have to only watch up to 13, just getting to that point is, yeah, I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen Ghost Game, don't have their access to the BBC iPlayer for whatever reason. Yeah, 13 is bold and daring. Just, again, no notes.
When I first saw that, my jaw was on the floor. I was like, "Whoa!" It was such a shock. And
I always love a paradigm shift in a show. Sometimes people just, like, they go back to the status quo a lot. You can't go back to the status quo after something like episode 13.
And again, not to give spoilers, I cannot watch the last few minutes, shall we say, without tearing up, because it's so touching. I'm a big softie. It's probably just me. I'm.
Oh no, it's not just you. They're like pretty much everybody I've ever encountered has been a big softie who's not afraid to admit they cry when they get to the emotionally intense parts of the anime. I actually feel like the outlier. I'm the one who I'm a little more stoic, and maybe that's why I get hero types. We're just like, yeah, yeah, cool, crazy stuff, awesome. I'm prepared.
And yeah, and I will say Zeno Robinson does an amazing job, and I would love to also speak to them as well because they're so good. They are so good.
Zeno is fantastic.
Another one.
And Digimon 2020 is Ty.
Yes,
Absolutely killed.
yes, he's so good as Ty. Another episode. I know it's slightly more hero light, shall we say? Is episode 32. Who are you? And that one is, it's the one with the imposter, shall we say?
Yes, it's one of my favorites.
It's one of my and.
Digimon?
Yes, the one whose official art you kind of have to go, really, you drew that on it.
Betsumon.
Yes. And
Betsumon are so weird.
I know. It's a fantastic episode, and the someone else who I've interviewed, a wonderful person called Blythe Moline, he plays Meikumon in that episode in Who Are You? And they are haunting. It was like I got shivers from his performance of that, and it's just like, it really adds to the episode, I think.
So tell me, who are you anyway?
I'm Gamamon.
Are you certain? You got any proof? Who will vouch for you? I'm Meikumon, always have been. That's what I believed beyond a shadow of a doubt. But right now I'm not sure anymore.
To anything that strengthens that bond between Gamamon and Hiro, I was like, okay, yeah, this is in my top episodes.
And there's a shot at the end where Gamamon's very, very happy. That shot, I actually have it printed out and it's above my computer right now. So I've got a very beaming Gamamon above my desk.
I mean, it's very motivational to have a beaming Gamamon just right there encouraging you.
So another thing I wanted to ask you is there anything, if you could pick any project to sort of work on, is there anything that you would love to be a part of?
Whenever
like any franchise or
that question, I always think a little deeper. Because a lot of the time, there are IP you don't know exist, that don't exist yet. The creators don't even know they exist. But in the future, it might be your favorite thing in the world, right?
That's a very, yeah.
Honestly, I'd love to be cast in a thing that I don't even know it exists yet. Something that I don't know I love. It's always fun to learn about new artists, and it's always fun to learn about new stories. Something really innovative. I can't even tell what it is at this point in time. That's what excites me.
I love that answer. No, poetic. I like. No, that is such a cool way of thinking about that. No, I like that because sometimes when I've asked that, it's just like, oh, I'd like to be part of this. I spoke to another gentleman, a wonderful gentleman called Eli Farmer, who now voices Joe in the most recent Digimon movie updates that they've released on Blu-ray recently. But when I spoke to him, he hadn't done any of that yet. And he says, oh, I'd love to be in Digimon. And then he ends up in Digimon. And I was just like, oh, that's so cool.
I mean, if we're going with IP that exists, I would love to play Mega Man Volnut and Mega Man Legends. And that would mean Capcom would have to acknowledge Mega Man Legends exists. So if we're going to put something out into the world, there we have it.
Well, they announced a new Mega Man last night.
I would love to play a character who's smarter than me. Like, hands down, just smarter than most people. And I would love to play some really horrible villains. Because when you sound like this, you don't really get to play evil much. So I'm really thankful to the people who made The Witcher, Sirens of the Deep. I got to play a genuinely morally reprehensible bully in that one, and it was a lot of fun.
You forgot you did something in The Witcher. Oh yeah, sorry.
Cyrus the Deep was great. One of the rare times the movie is actually better than the book. I'm a really big reader. But
I have not
they-
seen Silence of the Deep, but I should.
Oh yeah. Not
There's
for
a-
children though.
Oh, no.
Definitely not for children. No. You know The Witcher, you know it's not for children.
Nah, I do like The Witcher. I haven't read it in so long. Admittedly, because it's
I'm
old.
a little free library junkie. One day I was just walking around town and found this brand new complete set of all like 7 Witcher novels.
Oh wow.
I think somebody got a box set of it and found like I don't actually like this and put it in a little free library, and I'm like, wow, this is serendipitous. I'm gonna check these out. I always put things back into the little free library when I'm done with it too, because honestly,
Oh.
I love it. I love that system. Now, I love it's getting people to read.
Oh no, that is so. That is so cool, and even the fact that you put stuff back as well, because I know so many people who treat it like a free store, not a library.
No. Like sometimes I'll see books in boxes by the sides of the road, and I'm just like, oh well, it might rain. I better take this and find a little free library for that, so the books don't get rained on.
What's the sort of thing that you do when you're not? When you're not voice acting, I'm guessing you're playing
Piano
games.
practice.
Piano practice.
Yeah, I got super into it. Last year, I came into the opportunity to play some synths, and I've been practicing almost daily ever since. I think we're at a year and a half now. I'm addicted to Hoffman Academy. It's this piano course run by a guy with the same demeanor as Mr. Rogers. And also he has finger puppets, which again, not too different from Mr. Rogers. 'Cause it's always a little weird knowing that you have such a strong music background, but you're going to an instrument with completely different rules than singing. So it's a lot of learning new rules, which I mean, it's interesting because singing you only have to worry about one note at a time.
Yes.
Some very rare singers can sing 2 notes at a time. I'm not one of them. But piano, you have the opportunity for up to 10 notes, which again rare but possible. I like to think I'm doing all right for somebody who's only been doing it a year. I can do Cantina Band from Star Wars. It's what's important.
That's just cool to me.
You have to know Cantina Band from Star Wars.
Oh, no, that's really cool. Is that something you're going to try and keep up as the years go on?
Oh, absolutely. I've always been interested in piano as a thing. I've just never really been in a good position to try it out. It's like sometimes you just need the tall girls from the basketball team to drag you into the instrument.
Figuratively, not literally.
Figuratively, yes. This time, figuratively. Thank you, tall girls. You changed my life.
And
I'm still on the Christmas card list. I both of them would be. All things considered, both of them would be. One just kind of slipped through the cracks over the years, as people tend to do.
And then you get a call from out of the blue, which is the other tall girl.
Other tall girl from middle school. She really loved animals, so I hope she has like 6 dogs or something. I think she'd be really happy with that.
So as you mentioned earlier, you started doing all this madness essentially about 5 years ago or so. What is the one bit of advice you wish, which you know now, which you knew back then?
Don't let XLR intimidate you. It's like a microphone setup that requires a thing called an interface. I was looking at this going, oh, XLR plugging? I have to plug things into a box? That sounds intimidating. I'm just going to stick with the USB I know. Do not stick with the USB you know. It's just plugging. I promise. It won't hurt you. But also don't skimp on cables, which was a thing that I learned the easy way because I didn't skimp on cables the first time. Cable seems like something you just buy it and it doesn't matter. No, it matters. Don't skimp on cables. Get a good one.
There's also
Don't jump straight to the XLR mic because that's how you control your game. That's how you can scream into a mic without making it sound absolutely horrible.
That is very, very true. I have an XL interface myself, and usually, because people think, oh, it's this whole thing, as you said, and in reality, you're just plugging a different cable into a box, which usually goes in by USB anyway.
Right. So it's just another cable and a box. That's it seems scary at the time, okay?
Oh no, but that's perfectly understandable. Because I will agree. Yes, if you can get an XLR interface with a good microphone, absolutely do so.
Right away. There's some really good lower end ones they'll do you fine.
The time is ticking on, unfortunately, for all of us, and I don't want to keep you too long because I know your day is just starting there. I just want to say to Greg, it has been an absolute blast hearing from you and talking to you and hearing your experience as Hiro. I really appreciate that you spent your time talking with me today, and I hope you. I really wish you all the best, really, and I hope you get more roles, more in the future.
Thank you so much, and I hope you get a lot of great interviews too and meet some really cool people.
Huge thanks to Greg for spending his time with me, and a huge thanks for all of you who've got this far. Please consider liking and subscribing, and I am working as best as I can to bring more wonderful people to you all. Until next time, this is Kraken, signing out.